Real straight Killerville, dog. Dog.
Thank you, thank you. We are back. Another live for Fayettenam Friday. I'm the one and only Paul Masson. I'm joined by Mr. J, who you got the hip hop background going on over there. What's good, man? We love the '90s.
Yeah, man. 90s
We
hip hop
definitely love the '90s.
all day, every day.
So, as usual, we always have guests on this show. We're gonna bring on tonight's guest, who's been waiting patiently. He was on here before we was on here, ready to go. The one and only Cayenne The Lion King. Let's bring him on.
Yo. What's up, family? How y'all doing, man? For real.
What's good? Seems to be a lag or something. You hear that, Jay? Like the background?
Yeah, a little bit of
How about that
lag,
right
a little
there?
bit of echo.
How about that right there?
All right, all right.
Gotta put the thing on the
Keep,
loudspeaker, man. That might be the loudspeaker. How about that?
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I could barely hear them.
Can you boost your volume up any? As far as your
Y'all hear me now?
yeah, it's kind of low though.
It's kind of low. So
Yeah,
I gotta get closer to the phone or what?
Yeah.
yeah, probably a little bit.
I mean, I don't mind getting live and direct. Ain't nothing wrong with that. How about
See if
that?
you can come out and come back in to the studio if that's possible.
All right, let's see. You want me to just log back in, right?
Yeah. Jay, you still there?
Yeah.
How's my audio sound? Everything sound straight?
Everything sounds good, man.
Okay, I couldn't hear him at all. Could you couldn't hear him, right?
It was low. It was very low.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, it was a little bit low. All
All
right.
right, let's see how you
How about that
what's
right there?
good. Oh man, it's real kind of low. Up there you
There we
go.
go. There you go. That's what it looked
All
like.
right. All right, we
Yeah,
good right here?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We can hear you good
Mic
now.
check 1 2 1 2.
All right, that's what it is, man. Yeah, we got a mic check that thing. Yeah. So how y'all fellas doing, man? Let's talk about it.
All right.
Can't complain, man. Go ahead, Mr. J. Let's get it started.
Yeah, man. Just kind of break it down, give them a little background on yourself for those people who don't know. You know what I'm saying? And
Word.
we'll go on to some other questions to get in a little bit more depth on
Yeah, well,
what
I'm
you
the
got
one and
going on.
only, Cayenne The Lion King, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I was born in Georgia, man, but, I got a lot of culture behind me, in front of me, around me, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I love doing reggae and hip hop. I have fusion of the both, you know what I'm saying? Because, I come from both lifestyles, you know what I mean? So, I incorporate the two in my style of lyrics, you know what I mean? Because I'm a lyricist. Sometimes I do hip hop, sometimes I do dancehall, sometimes I do reggae, you know. From Jamaica, they call it a sing J, somebody that know how to sing, you know what I'm saying? So, I do my thing, man, and I just do it to the utmost, to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? Because, the most I put us here for a purpose, you know what I mean? So we got to do it for the people, because the people can't get educated without people like us. You understand? So he said the revolution won't be televised, and that means that we got to change people's mind. That's why you won't see it.
No
Yeah.
doubt,
So
no doubt. And you also, we interviewed, full disclosure, we interviewed, some years back,
yeah,
and you talked about being a promoter. Um, kind of give your, background on promoters, the type of shows you did, and things of that nature.
yeah. Well, back in the days, what I'm saying. I started off promoting. Actually, what I'm saying. I started throwing parties and stuff to gather fans, to gain fans for my, listen to my music, so I could be able to perform for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't wait for nobody to put me on, man. When I put on myself, you understand me? You don't look for no handouts. So what I did was I just started putting out flyers and flooding the streets, and you know what I mean. It took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you get 30 here, and that 30 turn to 300, and now you got 400 or 500 people coming to see you every weekend. Now it done turned into a business. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I'm a perfectionist, man. So I just took on the promoter thing, and I just kept pushing that as far as I could push that because it's a service to the people, man. I was, serving the community, keeping kids and younger cats and stuff out of trouble, man, because they, I'll give them something to look forward to every weekend. You see me? So, yeah, man, that's how the promoter thing jumped off. I did that for 11 years, man. I was on the radio too, you know what I'm saying, as a radio disc jockey, you know what I'm saying, at NCCU. I did that for 11 years, you know what I mean? So, you know, I done dabbled in a lot of things, man, to just bring people together. You know, that's what I feel we have to use our talents and gifts for, you understand?
Opened up for a couple other people. I'm just kind of give a little bit of stories about, you know, you're opening up for those different artists.
I mean, your first one, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta big up the man like Mad Lion, you know what I'm saying? One of my elders, man, you know, Jatoni, you know, God bless his soul, man. He put me on my first biggest show. The show was so big, you know what I mean? It's like my first big show, opening up for artists, for a big artist. And right then, around that time, Take It Easy was like large, you know what I'm saying, on the radio. I mean, it was a mad thing, you know what I'm saying? So what happened was, you know, I was on my way to the show. Man, I was getting upset. I was late. I'm sitting up in the car, traffic, you know what I'm saying? My boss was in the car, and then all of a sudden, you know, girls is, you know, hollering and things, you know what I'm saying? So my boys hanging out the window and thing, they like, yo, y'all going, where y'all going? You know what I'm saying? And the girls were like, yo, we going to the Mad Lion show, you know? And they was like, yo, my man's in the back, you know what I'm saying? He opening up the show, you know, so that turned into a, you know, phone number exchange type situation, you know what I mean? So, yo, Bridget, you know, we finally get there to the spot. Man, there was a place up in Greensboro called Joker's 3. So, man, it was like man, I know about like 2,000 plus people out there, man. So, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's like, it's my first time stepping on that large of a stage and, you know, displaying my reggae style, you understand? At that time, I had a song called Spoonful of You, you know what I'm saying? So, I went up there, man, and I had some other joints. And one of the biggest memories I remember, man, is when I tell everybody the bus gunshot up in the building, man, it's saying like Beirut up in that blood cloud, yo. So, yo, that was like one of my favorite moments, man. One of my other favorite moments, man, is, you know, touring with Capleton. You know, that was pretty large right there, you know what I'm saying? David House crew, got to large them up. Love all them brothers to life, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that right there. One of my big shows. I tell you this one, Baby Sham. I don't know if you know Baby Sham. You know, this is a good story.
Yep.
Yeah, that bridge in there. I remember I was on the you know, the radio station, and a lot of guys, you know, they didn't really like me DJ a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because true, I live over here, but my culture is from over there. You see me? So what happened is, man, I tell this to Baby Sham say, yo, don't worry yourself in the bed. All right, you know. So they had this place up in Raleigh called Raleigh Live, Virgin. So I go up there, and man, yo, people look at me wicked, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't like me rolling with the entourage. So Bridget, Baby Sham get on there, and he tell him, say, yo, my Bridget in this, yo, you don't like this Bridget, we not like that. So, yo, anyway, long story short, he had a song called Fussy. If a fussy or not like me, suck your mama. Yo, that tune, he said, yo, anybody not like Black Lion, them call me Black Lion too, you know what I'm saying? Anybody not like, you know, Cayenne the Peppers, you know, the Black Lion, yo, they're telling us suck on a mother, and I dropped the Showtime rhythm, man. That shit, man, was so big up in there, and God blessed me where I was able to. I don't know the year, probably like 2017. Yeah, around 2017, I was able to, you know, perform up in Raleigh as his opening artist. So that was pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of memories with the music, man, and it's like, you know, I can't complain really, you know. You got struggles and everything, but you have to look at the better things, you know. Yeah.
All right, so I got a question. It says your love for music came from your pops. Can you tell us about him? It says he was a ghostwriter for Atlantic Records in 1963. What can you tell us about your pops?
No. My grandfather, he goes
Oh,
wrote.
your grandfather.
Yeah,
Okay.
he goes wrote for Atlantic Records, you know what I'm saying, in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, like, really, Tom Jones, you know what I mean, if you're listening, my boy, you know, he owe us some chicks, you see me? Yo, because you know what happened is, back in the days, you don't know nothing about signing or paper, you just want to get your artistry out there. So, you know, how people got robbed, you know what I'm saying? So, I hate that. That's another reason why I go so strong about my music, because, you know, I dedicate that to my grandfather, you see me? So, also, how my dad, you know, he continued his music. You know, he started out the gospel, you know. I did my first record at 8 years old. The band that played in the you know, played all the instruments and stuff was all my uncles, you know what I'm saying? And this was in Georgia. That's when I recorded my first record. ironically, I got that same thing that's gonna be in a documentary. I'll talk about that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, the inspiration comes from my grandfather and my father. You know, 'cause my father, man, his brother used to be around Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, and all them kind of cats. You know what I'm saying? You know, my biggest memory with this brother is, man, I'll be sleep, you know what I'm saying, on my little bunk bed, man. My dad would bring me in the living room. He got some girl he bring up in there, and he just sing to the girl cry, baby. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yo. I mean, it was like one of the craziest things I would ever see. And he'd do this like enough times, man. I can't even count no more. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was real cool. And that's where I got my singing style from, you know? Yeah, because he tell me if I can't make a girl do that, man, I need to go sit down. Yeah.
What can you tell us about your group, the Funky Bushman?
Yeah, the Bushmen, man, we started out some cats in high school, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I moved down here from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was already rhyming and stuff like that, man. You know, and you know, it's like one of those stories, man. You know, you be in high school, you know, get some favorite brothers that you know what I'm saying, you favor, y'all see interests and be friends and stuff like that, and you start writing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how that thing linked up. And we did a few songs and stuff and did a nice little trial, you know. We opened up for De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest, and you know what I'm saying? And the rest was history on that part, man. You know, it's just life showed up, you know, on my behalf, you know what I'm saying? I had my first kid, and then, you know, started sighting up my culture, understanding myself and spiritually being connected. And sometimes you just grow, you know, apart, you know what I'm saying? You grow like a pair of jeans, Bridget. You're not gonna be able to wear them same ones all the time, you know?
Yeah.
How long you been incorporating the hip hop with the reggae at the same time?
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I start, you know, sight up like Rastafari, you know what I'm saying? When I say sight up, that means when I start seeing, you know, seeing myself and learning myself and not understanding but overstanding a lot of things and how life work and how you connected with the Most High and your ancestors. You know, that's when the dialect, you know, I call it liverlect. You know, we don't want them things that they die. You know, so what happens is when that come, yo, man, it's like I don't know, just like it took over. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the culture that we live, it have to be dealt with abundantly, and you have to deal with it proper. Cause I'm not gonna say it. That's just like they teach us to speak Spanish in school. If you're gonna be bilingual, be bilingual. I'm not gonna joke with the thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what happened. You know, I started doing a lot of studying, and whatever you think, you always attract. So I always attract my culture. You know, and so I started learning Amharic. You know what I mean? That's an Ethiopian language. You know what I'm saying? I learned. They would call it broken English. We call it patois. You know what I mean? So I started like learning a lot of that stuff right there, and it started being a part of me. So this is my way of paying homage to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I kind of started, like, you know, I say in my 20s. You know? Yeah.
I got another question before Mr. J goes, but do you think we could use more hip hop and reggae collabs? I mean, we haven't had a ton of those through history, I don't think, anyways.
Yeah. We have, man. We have, like, yo, Cardinal
We've
Official.
had,
We got Busta
I mean, we've
Rhymes,
had,
man. You know.
I mean, we have some, but not a ton.
Yeah. Well, see,
And
you know,
I definitely love
I was,
Cardinal Official. I love some Cardinal Official. A
yeah.
lot of cats don't know about him.
Yeah, my bridging that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his first. That Firestarter album was wicked, man. You can't. It's tough. You put it in a nice sound system, man. Yeah. But I think it doesn't even take the artist to collab all the time either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's just like with a lot of my shows. Depending on the type of show it is, I might put on a reggae joint, you know. And I got a song that's called it's big called lyrics. Cayenne The Lion King. So if I'm going in a kind of ragga, like a rough kind of crowd, man, I
Mm.
do lyrics on the dance all beat. I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And then and it messes them up. They be like, yo, what the hell is that? And then my fans that normally hear it on the hip hop beat, the boom bap joint, they be like, oh man, I know this ain't no remix. You know what I'm saying? That's just like I got a big tune called Ding Ding Ding, right? Man, that song took off like crazy. So I could have put it on a dancehall beat, man, like dun 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 dun, yo, ding 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 ding. I ain't do that. I put it on this hard boom bap beat. That junk go bum and I go, yo, ding. So it's like an anthem, you know what I'm saying? So it gave a different effect. So a lot of times, you know, to answer your question, I don't think it needs to be like the artists themselves, but I think we had a ton of collabos when it comes to the music, the you know, the words, the arrangements, and the artists that they're on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think that evens it out. You see me?
Definitely.
Jay, you go
I
ahead.
wanted to go kind of expound on your thoughts on the promoter side as far as we had a discussion or certain things were floating around social media about artists, independent artists, and promoters paying independent artists to do shows. What are your thoughts about that, and what do you think? Do you think there should be some kind of, I guess, some kind of way we deal with one another as artists and promoters and things of that nature?
Well, personally, you know what I mean? I don't care if I lift a piece of paper and take it to the next room. You're paying me, you know. You know what I mean? If I brought that paper, you know what I'm saying? If a man do a work, a woman do a work, pay them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know it's harder for us to be able to take one thing and move it to the next place because you don't have what they call a team or a unit to help you move that. You understand what I'm saying? So the promoter to me needs to be the team or the unit. Enough time, I'm telling you, man, some of these artists bust. You understand? Because I would take an artist. I don't want you to pay me nothing, man. I'm gonna put you on stage. I'm a graphic designer too, so I did all my flyers. You know what I'm saying? So I would go literally meet that youth because I know he probably don't have the money to do the professional photographers. You know, so I would take a picture of them myself, take that home, and I put them on the flyer as if they a big top of top artist. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what that does to the morale to a next month. You know what I mean? You know, I'm trying to teach these kids, as well as the elders, how to fish. You understand? Because it may be a day I need food too. You understand? So to answer your question, I think in the fullness is, it's not the promoter's responsibility to move your music, but it's your responsibility to move the promoter. You understand what I'm showing you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
And also, of course, big up to the Herb Train movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Loved being there and being a part of it and being able to see everything.
yeah,
Even though
man.
I was like a blink, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
man.
but it's definitely a great experience.
Right.
How do you feel about the whole movie production thing and how
Well,
things are going on in the state?
I mean, first and foremost, I give thanks to be able to have the ability to bring a vision together. You know, 'cause I had a lot of people who's like, yo, man, this man ain't making no full feature movie and blah blah blah. But you can't listen to them. You have to listen to yourself. You're your best competition. You know what I mean? So when it comes to the Herb Train, man, it was an opportunity to, because I'm a real serious bridging. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious about me talking to you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because life is life, you know what I'm saying? And it's an opportunity that you guys have, presented to me, and I pray and pray the blessings of this whole moment push y'all forward to be successful. You understand what I'm showing you? So
Okay.
the thing is, with that movie, it gave me an opportunity to bring in certain people from my community that has been supporting me since day one, Bridget. Like, these are people that haven't taken one day of acting class. They trusted everything I said, man. You know what I mean? Like, to show that loyalty, to receive that loyalty from the community, and they trusted me to not put them on a big platform to be laughed at or judged or anything, man. That's like the biggest thing to me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I love all them cats for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the other thing is, that's really, really big. I took my sons, you know what I'm saying? I took them, I said, yo, one in particular, he wanted to do film because he was getting in trouble all the time. I said, yo, Bridget, you pick up this camera, Daddy, I'll show you how to take this camera and do something with it. And that's a big thing that I did, because it kept that man, straight, got him graduated out of high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So along with
That's
that,
what's up.
his brothers, was right there and showed him, you know, they support him, they support me, they got his back. I remember one of my sons, he looked at me, you know, and you know, he was kind of teary eyed. He's like, "Yo, Dad, you know, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Like, I ain't know what the hell you were telling us to do." He said, "Yo, I was just doing being a good kid and did what you told us to do, you know." And he said, "Now that I see what you was talking about," he was like, "Man, you know, that that took him to another plateau to be able to visualize." You know what I'm saying? That man right now is up in UNC and doing all kind of scientific shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing about that movie. Besides it being able to be looked at upon the world, and I got like 40 different awards and trophies and stuff like that from different countries, man. Like it just took on a life of its own. So my thing with that movie is just to let people know that, yo, man, like you can do whatever you want to, man. As long as you visualize it, you can materialize it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think that's about it right there. Besides, you know, I was able to cut the fool up. You know what I mean? I used to cut up in school and be a funny nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know funny nigga shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I used to be, I got some jokes for a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, so you know, I'm gonna say this. I got to mess with myself because, you know, through certain stresses from being in charge of so much, you know what I'm saying, and things start taking, you know, place, you have to try to keep things in place. You gain weight, you know what I'm saying, and that's one of the things that really pissed me off about myself, because you know how niggas will be like, yo, that nigga let himself go, you know. But see, my way of looking at that and dealing with that was, I say, yo, because I laugh at myself, because I ain't gonna lie, you know, big guys in school. One of the guys from the Bushman, you know, he was a big guy, you know. I used to pick on him and stuff, and then when I realized I got overweight, I called him, you know what I mean. I said, yo, Reggie, you know, like them fat jokes, man. You know, I had to apologize. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, man, there ain't nothing.
Oh man.
Nah, man, because I can't. Yo, that was some cruel shit I was saying. You know what I'm saying?" And it's like I realized it because now God is using that opportunity to show me that, yo, man, like you have to always look through somebody else's eyes when you're dealing with stuff. You know? Yeah. So I was able to laugh at myself.
All right, quickly before you get out of here, let's
Yep.
talk about talk about your new projects and what you have going on.
Well, I got, you know, the epidemic, man. That was, I dropped that in 2021. I still got some new videos we doing. One of my favorite joints on there, they call "It's Me." I think, yo, y'all, I'm gonna put some money behind that joint. Y'all gonna love that shit, man. If you like The Shining and shit like that, yeah, you gonna love that video, man. So I
Okay.
got that right there. You know, I still got to release the soundtrack to the Herb Train. And I got to big up my brethren, Sadat X. He's on that soundtrack. I got to big up Peter Pablo. He on that soundtrack.
Okay.
You know, Vanessa Ferguson, one of my Wu-Tang brethren, you know what I'm saying? He's on that joint right there. And you know, it's like, you know, it's real dope, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's about to drop. And my biggest thing that I'm working on right now is my documentary, you know? So that's supposed to drop sometime next year. So after that drop, you know, yeah, it's time for me to get back on that stage, man, and see my people again. You know what I mean? Word up.
Hopefully, we get a chance to get you down here to Fayetteville so we can chop it up and get some things done and do
Well,
some
you already
connections.
know. And I appreciate you bringing me that one time you did, Bridget. You know what I'm saying? It's always love, man. Trust me. Whenever you
No
see
doubt.
me, just know it's love, man. You're my brother. You know what I'm saying?
No
Real
doubt.
talk. Yep.
It's the real deal. Anybody you want to shout out before you get out of here?
I mean, yo, man, I'm just shout out the Moonside, you know what I mean? My ancestors. I'm gonna shout you brothers out and keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate
Wherever
it.
you need me, you call me, you know what I'm saying? You know, just shout out my family, most deaf, you know what I mean? Most life. You understand? All my people around the world, country, all the states. Yeah, because there's so many people to say thank you to, you know. Shit, man, I'll be here till, you know, next year, you know? So I just want to say, yo, I love everybody and appreciate you because I'm going to keep doing what I do, man. You see me flop, man, something wrong. Man. Yeah. Because me going to stand tall and big and broad. You understand that? Because Cayenne The Lion King, you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you. Hope to get you on my
Yeah,
documentary as well. So
yeah, man.
we'll work some out.
And we also do the music reviews on Saturdays. So if you got something new for us, send it over.
I got you, Bridget. I got you, all right? Yeah, I stay lit
Appreciate
with my
you.
brother Jay. All right.
All right. Have a
All right,
nice
man.
night, man.
You too, man. One love here.
All right.
Salute. Bless up.
Peace. All right, you heard it. Cayenne the Lion King. Very interesting cat. Damn, I didn't know he got that many awards for his movie, man.
Yeah, man.
And he got a song in there when we was doing the story post that I really, really liked. Had a dope ass beat. Well, we're gonna get to a quick dizzle break, and we're gonna be right back.
That dizzle ain't no joke, got me addicted, ain't no coke. Let's just have a toast. Anybody want some smoke? Cause it's up, I be dizzled up. Catch me sipping with my double cup. Can't just have one, you gotta double up. You pour it, gotta watch it bubble up. I ain't gon' lie, I cannot get enough. What Callie said, I need another one. Gon' have you coming back for more, but go get it while it's hot. Before it be sold out in your stores. That dizzle.
That's right. I really mean it. You could dizzle too. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. So your dizzle on ice, and it's nice. Go to dizzlebrand.com. We got the new cans, as you see right here. Of course, the Dizzle brand bottle. So if you don't dizzle, I don't know what to tell you. Jay, we didn't really have a topic, but it's something I kind of want to discuss. The Lord Jamar and Karis one thing.
All right, all right.
We mind, you don't mind discussing that?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I like, as far as if Lord Jamar is right and Karis one's wrong. I mean, I agree. Lord Jamar is probably right to a sense, but it's still, this is my issue. I think it's very divisive for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we need anything that's going to divide hip hop and those artists from that era, because people are gonna pick sides, and I didn't know what was really going on until I saw like a post from Adolf Aguilar about being like a guest at hip hop. I was like, damn, what's going on here? And then I started to figure out, doing some research that I guess Lord Jamar said disagree with Karis one about Puerto Ricans helping start hip hop. Now, and then they said something about Jamaicans too, but I thought, what was Cool Herc?
Kool Herc was Jamaican.
Okay,
his
so
lineage is Jamaican. I think really the issue for me when they start that stuff is really kind of trivial. I mean, if we want to get down to the brass tacks and get real in the mud on stuff, the reality is, if we want to get real heady about it, scientifically, everybody from Africa. So the bottom line is, what are you arguing about? The drums that come out of the Caribbean, regardless of whether they're Latin or direct African influence, they all come from Africa. They all come from West Africa. The lineage of Puerto Ricans is partial African. Yeah, you have the Taino Indians and you have Spaniards, but the reality is, it's African. So, I mean, you're really arguing semantics. You're not really. It really doesn't make sense. Yes, Puerto Ricans have a heavy influence when it comes to b-boying, when it comes to even DJing.
yeah,
Tony Touch. Like, how do you
doo-wop,
separate that?
doo-wop.
DJ doo-wop. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. It's the argument for argument's sake, really, to me. Like,
You got Fat Joe, Big Pun. I mean, and then there was a lot we were naming the other day, man. I mean, there's a lot of Hispanic and Latin rappers and just DJs and break dancers. Crazy Legs was, if I'm not mistaken, was he Puerto Rican?
yeah, Crazy Legs, Puerto Rican. I mean, like I said, it's an argument for argument's sake.
And this is another thing.
It
It's
never
like,
makes sense.
are we only going to take one element of hip hop and just say that dictates all the other elements? Because I thought like hip hop was made up of multiple elements. And it's like I even saw Psycho Les posted something about some brothers from the '60s that were rapping and stuff. He's like, yeah, Puerto Ricans wasn't there from the start. I like, but why we got to make an argument about this like out of the blue? Like, so, I mean, sometimes I think if you disagree with a cat, you ain't necessarily got to get on a video and you know. You could just maybe post something on Twitter or something. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. But when you start getting in, post a video, you get in the context, and I don't know, man.
It's really not, like I said, to me, it's nonsensical. I mean, the very tenets of hip hop is peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. How does that go to any one of those tenets? You sitting here arguing about who did this, who did that. You might have semantic arguments. When it comes to historical stuff, what timeline did it fall on? People say hip hop started in '73. Some people say it started. Other historians or individuals who were actually there say it started earlier. You can get into all kinds of semantic arguments about when this started, who did what. Just appreciate the culture and honor the people who are in it. We waste too much time, too much energy, hating, being, adversarial, no reason whatsoever. When we got a culture here that is so inclusive. He talked about doing promotions and stuff like that and being different places. And when I interviewed him years ago, he talked about, doing shows at Cat's Cradle and stuff like that. I went to see KRS-One at Cat's Cradle.
I did too.
And I spoke to a guy, me and my brother were both there. So we spoke to a guy who you never would have thought would have been at a KRS-One show. Biker guy, had a biker vest on, all this other stuff. And they're like, what is he doing? One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
But talked about closing his biker bar down on the coast and coming to see KRS-One because he was one of his favorite rappers. Where in the world does that ever happen? And what other genre do you bring somebody that, visually opposite in with other people? All kinds of different backgrounds, all different races, all different, religious backgrounds, mental mind states, all vibing to one thing.
Yeah, I don't think rock, pop, and country is as diverse as a hip hop concert. I remember we went to the DJ premiere up at Raleigh, and it was like a sardine can in there. It was like a 2-story joint. It was a little upstairs part and then mainly downstairs. But it was like every race of people that you could think of was in there, man. I mean, we couldn't have been missing a race of person. If it was, I don't know what it was. And it was crazy. It was one of those shows like if your shoes got scuffed up and stepped on, I mean, oh well, man, it's DJ Premier. it was that diverse, man. I mean, you had Hispanics, whites, blacks, Asians. I mean, a lot of females there too, Yeah, man, I just don't know. I just think like it's not good. Like y'all making something out of nothing. Y'all need to be working together, because I don't dang 50. We ain't gonna be here for the next 50, the 100 years of hip hop. We all gonna be gone for that shit. And that there ain't no telling how ugly that's gonna look. That's gonna be headlined by Sexy Red and
please no. Please
That's gonna be
don't let it
headlined by
happen.
Sexy Red, yo.
Don't let it happen. At least not Sexy Red as she is today. She might mature between now and then, but don't let it be this Sexy Red. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Some people, man, they gotta play that part forever. I was watching reruns of Counts Customs, and you got Elvira on there. Elvira plays that part forever. Some people like when that's the only character they got that they can make money off of. You know, they say the Macho Man played the Macho Man everywhere he went.
Yeah, man. He was true
Oh
kayfabe, as they
yeah,
call
brother. He was at home. They said he'd be at home with his wife playing Macho Man still. It's like, yo, wow, that's crazy. Like, at some point, you got to stop playing the character, right?
You got to give it up, man. You know, can't be out there asking for food or whatever. Your wife asks you want a pot roast, and you going, Hulk Hogan's the punk.
Oh yeah, let me get a pot roast, brother.
I told you Hulk Hogan was the punk.
I never liked Hogan, man.
Uh,
Yo, before we go, man, I know it ain't music related, but Bronny James to the Lakers, 55, a lot of uproar. What do you think?
as a son of a father who is no longer around or no longer here, who's worked with his father before, I think it's kind of dope. You know what I mean? From that aspect, but it's going to be interesting to see how he comports himself. I mean, he's somebody who did the work. You can't say he didn't do the work. He's done the work. I mean, literally a year ago, he had a heart attack, and who knew if he was even going to have a career or he was even going to be here, let
Yeah, and
alone
I
have a
think
career.
that still weighs in the back of a lot of people's minds. Like, you know,
But
will he have one again and shit?
it's we have to see what the next level of Bronny James brings, and if that means he's going to be at least a decent role player. He's not
I
going
would
to be
have
his
liked
dad.
him to get drafted at some other team, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, as a
And
Lakers
get
fan, I
out of his
definitely.
father's shadow. Because even LeBron said it on the barbershop. He regrets naming him Junior because he just put a lot of pressure on him. Michael Jordan didn't name his kids juniors.
No, well, as was one son was named Jeffrey, I believe, if I'm correct.
But I don't
No,
think it was a
wasn't a
junior.
junior, wasn't a junior, but they were
Yeah.
still in his shadow and his daughter pretty much.
I mean, they
All of them
were. I
played
mean,
basketball.
any kids are gonna be in their parents' shadow when they're that huge, you know.
Yeah, because your parents cast the shadow, like the whole universe at that point.
But in something like the NBA, where like you really got to produce, man, on the court, man, you know, or you could be out like that. You know how the NBA is. All they care about is can you shoot threes?
Yeah, especially now.
What's your 3-point percentage?
Especially now.
It's like you could be, unless you Rudy Gobert, everybody else is like, all right, you could play defense, or you could rebound, but can you shoot threes?
I'm just like I don't know. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm just not. I don't have high expectations. I mean, I've been a fan since literally since I was a little kid, and Pat Riley was the coach, and then going through Randy Funn, Dale Harris, before Shaq got there, seeing the ups and downs, see how long it takes to get back to championship status, and it's bothering me to no end because the most hated rivals just got a chip, so it's
Oh, so you're a Lakers fan?
yeah.
You know, this is another thing, man. Like, I don't know that it's a really good look for the league, and I think there might be an investigation behind this because if it's true that Rich Paul called up and text all these teams like and these GMs and said, "Don't draft Bronny or he'll go to Australia." Like they might be investigating that the league, man. They might have to find the Lakers or something.
I don't know.
Cause like I seen a post about the dudes averaging 16 and 17 a game, man, and didn't even get drafted. It's like I get it. I guarantee there's some more qualified players out there that should have got drafted. And like how is he the highest paid player in college basketball? And he was averaging 5 points a game, man.
I don't know if he was.
That's
that
the name
high.
only. That's the name only.
He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He's drafted at 55. They drafted him at 55. That's ceremonial. You know what I'm saying? He could have basically been signed by the Lakers at that point. You know what I'm saying? Just a 10-day deal or you know a G League 2-way deal or something. It you know at that point he's not. It would have stunk if he was drafted at like 1.
Man, they could have
But
still not drafted him and just signed him when went undrafted, and actually picked a player that was a better asset.
I don't think in this draft. I don't think there was that much that was a better asset.
This is the only thing,
top
man.
Three, the top 3 players are 3. Well, between 3 and 5 were 3 of those 5 were from France.
The only I can give you that. And the only reason that I can give you that is Bronny James might be one of the best assets in this class because of his name. That he's probably going, it's going to be must-watch TV. He's going to be under a microscope. They're going to want to see what he can do and whatnot.
Yeah, but they're going to want to see if the Lakers are going to be contenders.
That too. You got JJ Redick over there as a coach. Now that's going to be the whole thing's going to be under a microscope. Bronny James, JJ Redick. Still got to see if they're going to get rid of D'Angelo Russell, which I would if I was them. Like if they keep him, what do you think?
I would have jettisoned him like a bad batch of cookies.
I know, right?
Like you didn't show up. You didn't show up when LeBron wasn't playing. All of a sudden, you having 40-point nights.
Well, he always does that. He always does that. Yeah.
LeBron shows up and then you disappear.
Yeah.
Go play on the Wizards or something. Go play. You know what I mean? Nobody.
I can't believe they brought him back because of the Kobe Bryant shit, though. And you remember like the shit with the Kobe Bryant and old boy, where you remember he was filming about like somebody cheating or something like that. Yeah, I would have got rid of him. D'Angelo Russell, man, is.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I forgot who would. I know Kobe was on the team then, but I forgot who was involved, and they traded him because he was snitching on dudes on the team.
Yeah, I think he was recording people.
Yeah, he's recording people. Yeah, trying to holler at chicks or some shit like that or something.
I don't know. Like you should be more focused on your game than trying to be TMZ. Like, come on, man.
Hey. Blue, hey, how you doing? Appreciate you tuning in. We got about to hit the 50-minute mark. I don't know if you want to just wrap it up with some shout outs, call it a night, or what?
I think we got I'm trying to get into it. Trying to find one more thing. I thought I had a topic here.
Yo, we got Punchline next week.
Yeah, Punchline's in next week.
I gotta do my homework on him. I know some about him, but not
Wordsworth.
I know Wordsworth. Yeah,
he's trying to
Master Ace
hit him back. Said hit him back. So we'll try to. There's at least half a dozen people that want me to try to hit him back, and grown folks. We both talked to Pace One.
Pace One said he'll do it. They waiting on the album to drop.
So You know,
and
hopefully that
whatnot.
that album will drop soon. We can try to get them on.
And I got some more Smoother Hustle clips about to drop and whatnot. We've been getting a lot of good views and a lot of good engagement off the Smoother Hustle clip. Shouts out to my man Smoother Hustler and everybody else we done interviewed as well. UG, Cellar Dwellers, DV Alias Christ, Hakeem Green, Channel Live, Mickey Fax, DJ Chuck T, Lenny Williams, PF Cutton, Blase Blase. I know I forget somebody. Oh, Rex and Supreme the Elohim Representatives Boot Camp Click. And of course, Cayenne the Lion King, as we had earlier. You know what's crazy? Like, we definitely need more reggae and like hip hop artists like that, man. We need more collaborations with reggae artists and just rappers and shit, because you can't go wrong with reggae, yo.
I mean, that's a dope thing. I mean, that's in the DNA of hip hop. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
Like I
can't
said,
go wrong with reggae.
Cool Herc, and it's just definitely one of those things where you really need that energy. And I think that's been missing. You know what I'm saying? New artists have been searching for that energy, and that's why we getting what we getting. But it's just not. It's not where it needs to be yet.
Blue said just submitted. We'll be doing music reviews tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. I will make sure we'll load that up in Blue and get you on that review. Appreciate you. Yeah, I wish I could do reggae music.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'd be dropping the whole reggae albums.
I
That's the
definitely want to
thing. Like when I was on top 7 to 7 for that 1 week that I went top 7 to 7 back in the days, like they took me out with a reggae track. I like these motherfuckers.
get.
There ain't no way they about to vote for me against the reggae track. I'm about to vote for the reggae track, man. What the fuck? It's like that shit ain't fair, man. I'm gonna call up and vote against myself and shit. Yeah, this is Paul Masson. Let me get that reggae track. What? Yeah, dude, it's reggae.
When we had Ice Hot at top, it was the top 5, top 6 at 6 when 104.5 was doing it. I think the only person who took us out was somebody else, you know, out of our clip. Shout out to 190 Proof, who's locked up.
Oh, they put somebody from your crew up against you?
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying, he was doing his own thing with Live-ation at Live Nation, or excuse me, Liquidation.
Okay.
You know, Liquid Store Productions. So he, you know what I'm saying, but we were still cool at the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's what took. I think I don't even remember if it was the group Ice Hot single from the Empire, or was my single joint. But that's what took us down at that time. So,
yeah,
I mean,
I ain't gonna say no names, but I took out a former Live for Fayettenam cast member, 8-2. But we're not gonna say no names, 8-2. You know, if you listen to the Fayettenam business, there might be a little reference to that. 8-2 bitches, 8-2 bitches. It is what it is. I mean, it's just the truth. It's just facts. That's all.
Well, this is what I wanted to get into. I just found it. They were talking about the freshman, the freshman class of 2024.
Oh, and, okay. What about it? I saw people like shitting on it.
Well, they're always trashing it. The only few people I kind of mess with or kind of really have heard is like Skilla Baby, Mexican OT, Four Bats. And Four Bats is a singer, so I don't even understand how Four Bats got on the list of what's supposed to be rapper, freshmen. And you have some other cats who are out, like other MCs who are out, who have been out longer, who didn't make that freshman list. So I don't know. It's always it's always downhill. I don't think they've had a good freshman list since probably 2010 or maybe 2010, maybe 2011.
That'd be a good topic of like what's the best freshman list and whatnot.
But one of the sub things that we're talking about is are streamers and podcasters ruining hip hop.
Oh, I saw that. That's where that came from.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
How are they how are streamers when they say streamers, what do they mean? Like internet streamers, Twitch streamers
Yeah, all of it, all of it.
and gaming
Internet,
streamers. So
internet
they think
streamers,
that they
stuff to do
think
with music.
podcasters are dictating what people listen to.
I think so, or either
How are podcasters dictating what people listen to?
that's my question. I mean, people are still, regardless of what people say, people are still even listening to radio. So you got all kinds of different influences from terrestrial radio to satellite radio to podcasting and streaming, where people can kind of pick their own playlists. So I don't. That's
Okay,
it's
well, we
insane
can
to me.
already take podcasters out. We can take podcasters out because podcasters, I mean, what podcasters are you talking about, anyways? Like, what podcasters are streaming a lot of mainstream music that I don't know about? I thought all the big podcasters were actually just talking like we are and shit right now, and just doing interviews and creating content like that. Now, let's get into the streamers, gaming streamers. Now, we do know who dominates YouTube. Gamers.
Gamers, yeah.
Who dominates Twitch?
Gamers.
Gamers. I mean, if you want to talk about YouTube and Twitch, but
I think the only podcaster they would be able to even talk about is what's his old dude's name?
who?
He was on that We the People when it was on Revolt.
Who are you talking about?
Whackademics. DJ Whackademics.
Academics, but is he dictating what people listen to?
I think he has, some people's ear. He champions certain artists and certain people he goes at just kind of get views.
Is he champion just trash artists? Or what we would deem as trash artists or whack artists, or
case in point, Snitch 9. So that was his buddy. They were out there, hanging out by the pool, all that.
Did he change?
I mean, there's a few other artists. But
all due respect, man, 6ix9ine had a few tracks that I like, man. I definitely like the joint he did with 50 Cent and Uncle Murder. He had a voice, man. And sometimes when you just got a voice, that can get you in the door alone, man. You know that, man. You know a voice alone sometimes can get you in there.
Yeah. But he had no real bars. A lot of it,
everybody ain't trying to spit bars though, man. That's the thing, man. Y'all keep trying to throw this bars label on people. Y'all, they did that with Post Malone.
It's called rap.
Everybody ain't trying to spit bars though, man.
They got to at least be able to rap. I mean, he was making a lot of nonsense. I mean, it was a joint that I liked when he first came out. When the joint he was on the stoop with everybody and all the Bloods was out there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to be like somebody who kind of mature a little bit and maybe be like the next Onyx, or maybe even get Onyx on that track. But it was all hype.
I think like you can't really. We keep trying to put this bars label on these modern day rappers, man. They don't care about bars, dude. They don't even like understand that shit. Rap. That's the thing. Like, I think rap culture is really its own thing now, man. Because now you got so many subgenres of rap, emo rap, sad rap. It's its own thing now. It's like It's like it's branched off, you know what I'm saying, and said, "Yo, we ain't trying to be part of you, hip hop. We're gonna do our own thing. We got sad rap, emo rap, we got drill rap, we got trap rap. What do you want? Keep it going. We got it."
Yeah, you know, UK grime.
Yeah, I mean,
But I mean, you know, at least a lot of these people can rap. You know, their lyrics rhyme at some point. His was kind of like, you know, we just out here doing whatever, do whatever feels good.
it worked for a while, man, and that's the thing, man. I mean, at
Oh,
some point, some amount of people had to gravitate to it. I mean, if you got a record with 50 Cent and Uncle Murder at some kind of point in your career, you you got to be doing something right at that point in your career.
and knew how to, you know how to get, he knew how to get people on his side,
Well,
and he
that's
didn't
the
even
right,
want
and
to
that
be,
was the
he
right
didn't
two
even want to
cats
be
to
a
have
rapper.
on your side at that time. At that
And he,
time, that was the right two cats to have on your side. 50 Cent and Uncle Murder. I'm telling you.
and that's the craziest thing. Like he didn't want to be a rapper. He wanted to do fashion, and he didn't ever really listen to hip hop. He was more rock. So I mean, for people who didn't understand that and don't really see it, I advise people to go see Deconstructing 6ix9ine. I think it was on Stars or Showtime, one or the other. And it's an interesting, you know, it's an interesting documentary about how he kind of ascended and how, you know, he eventually kind of fell off and got caught up in a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's an interesting tale um, to see, and kind of a cautionary tale, especially for a lot of people who decide they want to get caught up in the hype. You can see how it goes back.
Yeah, but sometimes when people say people's definition of fell off isn't really what would be like our definition of fall off. Totally. You get what I'm saying? Like the normal person fall off.
Mhm.
Like he might have fall off from like being in the limelight, but it still doesn't mean that he's not generating revenue from something.
He's got to generate revenue for something to keep people off his backside. So,
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Any shout outs before we go?
yeah, man. Shout out BTS. Shout out Cayenne The Lion King. Shout out Black Watch. We trying to get some stuff together, man. I know we got a lot going on, so hopefully we'll be able to get that interview very soon. Um, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Empire. We getting ready to work on a track for the soundtrack as well, for the Underground Experience, and I'm trying to get a new cut. You know what I'm saying? A new trailer, so we can show the new trailer without anything on it, and we can get that spinning again. Of course, shout out to you.
Appreciate it. Well, first I want to say fuck Spotify. You're dead. You're dead. I don't even. That's the thing. I don't even. Even I said, man, if I say I'm not doing Spotify promotion no more, that should means everybody should just like call it quits on the Spotify shit.
Hey, what you call it?
Because it's
What's
a
the
wrap.
name? Lost 26 million.
Who?
Uh, uh, oh girl, Ice Spice lost 26 million.
How's
26 million
that?
followers.
From
26
what?
million followers for on Spotify.
From what? What caused that?
Looks like she just doesn't have the momentum she had when she first came out.
And they all
Of course,
unfollowed
you
her,
ain't got no.
or do you think was that bot accounts that got removed?
To me, it's six dozen in one hand. You know, one half dozen in the other. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't have the real substance to keep her above water anyway. Um, and I don't know. She's getting ready to drop an album, and it might go double
But
wood.
who loses 26 million followers at once?
People who don't have a lot of substance. I mean,
Nah,
whether you paid
that's
for
not.
it,
Nah, that's not. Nah, that
whether you
doesn't.
paid for it or not, you're gonna have you got to have some kind of
Nah,
momentum to keep you somewhere in that area.
I don't care what rap. I haven't seen none of these rappers come out where 26 million people decide to unfollow them. Like they
At
just
least over the
stop. They
last
just
past few
stop.
months.
They just stop checking. They just stop checking, Jay. When you lose 26 million followers at once, man, there's one or two things that happen. You took some kind of probably political stance that people didn't like, or you probably had a bunch of bots that got removed from Spotify.
But I think
And
a lot of people didn't like her anyway to start with. I think
people,
there's
that's
just a
the
lot of hype.
thing, man. People don't 26 million people don't unfollow you. They just stop checking for you. So when you lose that many followers at once, it's not because of the music. It's because you took some kind of stance that people don't like, that rubbed them the wrong way. It's kind of like the baby effect. You know what I'm saying? He lost all those a lot of followers because of that shit he said on stage. How many millions of followers you think he lost?
I don't know.
It had nothing to do with his
Doesn't look-
music. It had everything to do with what he said on stage. But I guarantee he didn't lose no 26 million.
Nah, I don't know.
So
that's
that's
he didn't even have that many.
fool. I'm getting, man. I'm thinking there was a lot of bots, man, going on up in there, man. Thinking they botted her account up, make it look bigger than it was, and Spotify did some spring cleaning on these inactive accounts, and a bunch of followers dropped. Because I don't care how whack your album is, man. Nobody's just gonna get that. How many followers total does she have?
I'm not sure. I would venture to guess it's probably, in the or was in the like 30,000 to 40,000 range. 40 million range.
That's crazy. Like that can't be because of your album. That has to be something else.
But,
nobody gets unfollowed that much unless it's something like she said. She took some kind of stance.
I mean, these kids are finicky. You know what I'm saying?
She probably took a stance on Israel or Palestine or some shit. I don't know. You never know, man. I ain't being funny, man. I'm being serious. Like you can't even get into the middle of those things. You gotta, like, when people want you to take a side, you gotta hit them with my name's Paul, and that's between y'all. You know,
hit him with the Heisman. Hit him with the Heisman.
Like, I don't even want to pick a side, man. Like, Michael Jordan said it best, man. Republicans buy shoes too. And they also watch podcasts just like Democrats. So I'm not, well, I do pick a side with that, actually. But we ain't, it's all good. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up. Shit. Damn. What we got tomorrow? We got Gazner the Artist tomorrow before the music reviews. Check us out 5 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern every Friday. You know how we do. Peace, and we out.
Beats by Trill, straight Killerville, dog.